It's Mark. I mean, it's your second time, so your next time you'll be at detention. All right, percents and proportions. We're going to talk about a proportion, A over B equal P over 100. Okay? This proportion, this particular proportion, will basically, you can use it for a whole ton of stuff in this chapter. Okay? And not just in this chapter, but you can use it to change fractions to percents. You can use it to find what we're going to do today, a certain part of a number. There's a bunch of different ways that you can use this, so it's very important that you know this, memorize it, and know what the different parts are. The different parts, A is equal to the percentage of the total. Okay, I will also call it the part of the total. Okay, the B is equal to the total. Okay, P is obviously the percent. Okay, 100 is always constant at 100. Okay. Need to get a new tip for my pen. Huh? No, it's supposed to be 100. It's what I'm having trouble. My pen is, the tip of it's on its last leg, and so I'm having trouble getting it to write properly. All right, now, what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at some word sentences that use percents to figure out a part of a total, or figure out the total, or to figure out a percent. What we're going to be looking at today is, it basically looks like this. Okay, it's going to be a sentence that follows this pattern or that follows this pattern. Always constant at 100. Okay, now, when we look at this pattern, the is means equal. Okay, of means to multiply. Okay, but we're going to look at it from the proportion standpoint. Okay, from the proportion, the letter A is always by itself on one side or the other of the is. The P and the B are always next to the of. So down here, the second pattern, A, B, P. Okay, so you need to understand that to help you understand what parts of the proportion are given to you, what parts of the portion do you have to find. Really part, because you can't find but one item. Okay, so let me give you an example of a sentence. For example, we say, what number is 65% of 120? Now, the first thing I would always do with sentences like this is I would find the of, because I know from my experiences, my memorizing it, that the P and the B are going to be on either side of the of. Obviously, that has a percent sign, so that would be your P. That would make this the B, and this would be the A. Okay? Now that we know what information we are given, I'm going to plug that into my proportion, A over B equal P over 100. So I plug in, I'm looking for the A, the B is 120, the P is 65 over 100. Now it's just like a proportion that we had in Chapter 6. We just solved the proportion. We solve proportions. We solve by cross-multiplying and then solve by doing the inverse operation. So to cross-multiply then, we take 120 times 65 and 100 times A. So we have 100 times A is equal to 120 times 65. Well, 100A times A is just 100A. What is 65 times 120? Huh? No, because 65 times 100 would be 6,500. What? No. No. There's no way, because 10 times 65 is 650. So 20 times 65 would be 1,300. So there's no way that it's that, because I'm multiplying by 120. What? Yes, 7,800. Lainey gets the prize today. She gets. Just call you Tude. Now, once we get this, we solve by doing the inverse operation. That gives us a 100 that we divide on both sides. Now this one's fairly easy because I just cancel out the zeros, and that gives me A is equal to 78. Okay, of course 100 over 100 cancels out, leaving me with A. All right? So, then what if we had this? What percent of 125 is 98? What percent of 125 is 98? So, once again, identify the of. We take the of here and the of there. This is B. This is P. The reason I know it's P because it says what percent. Okay? So, that would mean P, B, A. So, I plug it into my proportion. That's 98 over 125 equals P over 100. Now we multiply. That would be 125 times P equals 98 times 100. That would be 125P equals 9,800. So now we divide by 125 to both sides. That gives me P is equal to 125 into 9,800. Now let's see here. 125 into 980 goes 7 times. Be 5. Carry my 3. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 be 7. Carry my 1. 875. That gives me a remainder of 105. Bring down the 0. 125 into 1050 would be 8 times. That would be 1,000. That would leave me with 50. And it looks like, let me look at the answers here. Yeah, they're going to want it in mixed numbered form. So that means I take the 50, put it over 125. That gives me my percent is 78 and 50 over 125%. Now, can I reduce 50 over 125? What does it reduce by? 25. So that gives me 78 divided by 25. 25 goes into 50 twice. 25 into 125 goes 5 times. So 78 and 2/5%. And that would be your answer to that one. Okay, so we found the A, we found the P. Now let's look at one where you got to find the B. So 48 is 75% of what number? Okay, once again, there's your of. Either side of the of is the P and the B. So here's the percent sign. So this is the P. That means this is the B. And that's the A. So that gives me 48 over B equal 75 over 100. So what's my new equation going to look like once I cross multiply? Yes, 75B equal 4,800. Now what do I do to solve it? Divide by 75 to both sides. Cancels on the left, leaving me with B. 4,800 divided by 75. I don't know. Y'all figure it out. Joshua?
I got B equals 64.
That is correct. B equal to 64. Your homework. 7.2, 1 through 19. I will allow you to break into partners or groups. Okay? Still got about 20 minutes left in class.